All right, thanks for stopping by. So I want to show you something that you need to be on the lookout for when you're camping in the forest. Dead trees. Don't park under them. So I noticed two dead trees here, a little too close for comfort. I was parked right here. And I noticed this one is dead, but it doesn't look like it's been dead long because it still has pine needles on it. But if it fell, I was too close. If it fell this way, it would smash right through the roof of the van. Then I noticed a really big dead tree right over here. So I can't park right here because it's too close for comfort to that big dead tree. And it looks like it's been dead for a long time. And I noticed, I come over here to inspect it, I noticed that it is showing some signs of rot and about 6 feet high. So this is where it's going to snap. If the wind picks up any more, if it snaps, it's going to be right here. So I decided to move the van on the other side of this healthy tree. So if it fell this way, maybe this tree would block it. Just taking precautions, you know. It's not really where I wanted to park. It's a bit close to the dirt road, but I'd rather not have my van smashed up by a tree. But I did need some more sunlight. It's a bit chilly today, so parking out in the sun keeps the van a little warmer. So I'm going to go out here to the road. Since I've been here, I saw one pickup truck pull in the gate up here at the highway, but then they turned around and left. They didn't even come down here. And that's the only living soul I've seen since I've been here. So I'm this close to the road now. But I'd rather be there where I'm not so worried about the dead trees falling. You'll see some more over here. These have been dead probably 5 years. See how the bark has left the top of the trees? But I'm not really sure how long standing dead trees can stand. I've heard for a decade. But it just kind of depends on, there's a lot of different dynamics to it, you know. Weather, wind, the tree itself. If it decides to rot in a certain place, that's where it's going to snap. Usually with a pine tree, they snap about 1/3 of the way up. So you're going to get 2/3 of the length of the tree falling down. So you need to measure out how far away from that you would need to be to keep the top of the tree from hitting you. This one over here did that. It snapped about 1/3 of the way up, right there. So only 2/3 of the tree fell to the side there. See the log laying on the ground. The wind is kicking. You can probably hear it blowing through the pines. Here's one that snapped much lower. It snapped at about 8 feet high. There is another dead one there, but it's recently dead. And if it fell, it would just miss the back of the van. So I think I'm safe the way I am now. But I never like parking this close to the road because you just don't know if a group of ATVs are going to come by. Another thing I look for in the road is grass. This road does have grass growing up through the middle of it. See there in the middle? That's a sign that it is a road that is not much traveled. So Amanda comes tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. And I just told her about the situation. So I think she would be better off if she parked right here. I'm going to leave her at this spot because it's more flat. And she's got protection from this healthy tree in case that other tree behind it decided to fall. And of course, this one way over here is not going to reach all the way to here. So I'm going to have her just pull it in and park it right here. And I think everybody's good. I haven't seen any wildlife. I took a bike ride this morning. And I went on down this road, and it does connect with another forest road. It's a much more main forest road. And all the way down, you know, there are some other sites down there, campsites that are absolutely beautiful. But it was a lot of dead trees around them, you know. Just don't want to park under dead trees. And these are very dead trees. But on down, the further you go, I mean, the campsites are absolutely beautiful down there. It's a shame that I cannot camp there because of the dead trees. And I have come to the conclusion that yes, this was definitely a real wildfire here, because there's no way there would be this many dead mature trees if it was a controlled burn. You know, those will kill off the saplings and all the undergrowth and all that. But yeah, this was definitely a real forest fire. Look at this giant ponderosa here, right there. It's completely dead. And you can't camp under it because it's too risky. When I took my bike ride, I got all the way down there and I realized I didn't take my bear spray with me. So when I realized that, I headed on back. Got back pretty quick. And there's an old log down there that's so big around, it looks like a bear could live up in it. It's hollowed out. So some animals have been living up in that log on the ground. It was about 10 feet long, and it was probably 3.5 feet diameter, and it was hollowed out up in the log. And as I rode by, I glanced up in there and I thought there could be a bear laying up in there, you know. So I hit the jets and headed on back. This is not bad though. There's very few campsites that are absolutely perfect. You always got to work around the obstacles. Whether it's bugs or maybe it's just unlevel. It's all sorts of things that could be not exactly perfect about a campsite. Dead trees. Yeah, if that one wasn't dead, I would probably stay parked here where I was. Right in this area. I was getting enough sun on the solar panels to keep, you know, everything charged. But being out here in the sun, it is a bit warmer. And I like to heat the van up start closing windows around 5:30 in the afternoon, so it'll start holding that heat in. Keep it pretty toasty up till about bedtime. Okay, I guess that'll do it for today's edition. Maddie walking around in the woods pretty much. All right, until next time, take care, be well, and smash the bell.